Friends, say hello to one of your dearest friends, Mr. Philip Eddy. How are you this morning, Phil?
Very wonderful. It's warmer today.
Now, this program is 14,148, Phil?
I believe so, yeah.
And it is the 1st of November, and this is All Saints' Day. Last night was All Hallows Eve. We are going to, if, Glendora, you really believe that God is everything, do you believe that, folks? That God is the only power, God is the only force? If you truly believe that, Glendora, then all of us are some of God. And if you truly believe, we'd have to be by definition. If God is all there is, that's all there is. We have to be some of God. If you truly believe that, then you would see everybody as some of God. And that would be seeing everybody as perfect. You would forget all the ugliness. You would forget they're monsters. They don't exist. They're like a nightmare. Remember the little boy who was having terrible nightmares and was twisting his body and hollering, and his mother came in and woke him up, and she said, "What's the matter?" He said, the monsters. Well, where are they? Well, they were here. Well, I don't see them. No, I don't see them now either. You see, they were figments of the imagination, and don't even think about them. Selfishness, egotism, me first, bad thought. Don't give it any time, life, or energy. If you truly believe, and I do, that God is the only force, I'm going to give you God's other name, love. I believe that love is the only force. And if I truly believe that, I see everybody as God made them. Perfect. A man called the hospital and said, "I'm inquiring as to the condition of James Parsons." And the nurse said, "Well, Mr. Parsons had a good night's sleep, and he's resting comfortably today, and tomorrow we think he'll be discharged." "Well, who's calling anyway?" And the man said, "James Parsons. The doctor doesn't tell me a thing." Three teachers were being interviewed by the press, and one was asked, "What do you like best about being a teacher?" And she said, "Shaping the next generation." And the second, and she gave a couple of other reasons, developing young Americans, developing a good consciousness. And the next teacher was asked, "What three things do you like best?" And hers were glowing too. And the third teacher was asked, "What do you like best about being a teacher?" Three things. And she said, "June, July, and August." Folks, a man called me and he saw our posting on the post office in Nassau on the bulletin board, and he wanted the $200 to do the museum, and I told him the only job left was to go to the museum and write down the contents of each box, and the contents appeared on the outside of the box. So he and his girlfriend went and did that. And I maybe was swindled, but I let it go through. They were over there an hour maybe. He went and bought a notebook from Family Dollar, and he wrote out one page for each box. There's 40 boxes. Phil's going to look at them and see if they will do the job. I got his address and his telephone number, but he wouldn't let me see his license. And I got the receipt for the $200. Now we'll see if this is a hole-in-one. If it works, it's a hole-in-one. Okay. What else happened yesterday, Phil? Amy had a very good time handing out candy, and she ran out of candy, by the way, before she ran out of children. And on our street, there's about 400 children come every All Hallowed Eve, about 400 of them.
We got none.
What interesting things happen? Oh, Mary Martin, Wayne Collins saw an ad in the Berkshire Eagle that this woman had a week and a half to find a room. I told her about our room. It didn't work because she doesn't have a car. She lives in Pittsfield. She was willing to transfer. But then another thing came up. She has a cat. So not only will she become homeless, but the cat will become homeless. So since it involved a cat, I told my friend number one, and my friend number one jumped into it right away, how to help this woman find a new place to live, conference calls and having people, social services and all those things. The woman doesn't have a church, she doesn't go to seniors, she doesn't know Medicaid. So Madeline's doing a very good job on solving that. And I sent the woman 5 $10 money orders. And since she doesn't have an address, I sent them to the postmaster, general delivery, Pittsfield, Massachusetts. You think that will work? And they went out yesterday. So, and then the owner of the property gave Mary Martin 9 until the 9th. So, maybe my friend number one will find Mary Martin a place to live, and then that means the cat has a place to live. My friend number one wants the cat in the meantime to go to a shelter. And I will not do that because the shelter will not feed the kitty vegan. The shelter will go out and murder and torture and agonize little animals that I like just as much as I like the cats. So I won't go for that. It has to be vegan. Anyway, let's see how that one works. And I also called Christian Science Church, the reader of that church, the minister of that church, and asked her to go see Mary Martin and try to help her, because that's in Pittsfield also. Phil, can you think of any other great events yesterday?
Yeah, last night for dinner, I had one of your favorite meals.
What was that?
Mashed potatoes, can of peas, a vegan meat. I didn't put any croutons in, but it was delicious. Yeah.
And of course, you can't eat the croutons because you...
No.
Yeah.
But I did put some hot sauce in it.
But it tasted good, Phil?
It was delicious. Delicious.
Oh, good. Did you share it with anybody?
Yes, my parents, who thought it was a little too hot.
Oh, okay.
From the hot sauce.
Well, that's good big news.
Mm-hmm.
These programs are being shared with Robert Jackson, who sends them out to 16 TV stations, and with Gary Black, who sends them out to another 10 TV stations, and with Grady Hearn, who sends them out to another 20 TV stations from Boston to San Diego. I have this to tell you. Do you ever heard of Cox Broadcasting? Have you ever heard of Cox Cable TV?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have two systems left in Connecticut, one in Manchester and one in Meriden, Cheshire. And the roof fell in on the public access. Really, this is literally true. The roof actually collapsed on the public access studio.
Jeez.
And they lost quite a lot of equipment. So they rebuilt the public access studio about a year and a half ago, and it's quite elaborate and very expensive and very advanced. Guess what Cox Cable TV came out with this month?
What?
They're going to shut down that studio, and they put the two public access directors into a little tiny room somewhere else.
What a waste.
Well, okay, but listen, it's God's universe. And underneath all that, there is love somewhere that's going to pop up and produce something beautiful. Anything else, Phil?
Everyone enjoy the warm weather while we can.
Joyful, joyful, we adore thee, God of glory, God of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee, opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness, drive the doubt of, drive the dark of sin away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. And our Bible lesson for this week is, if God love is for you, who can be against you? Amen.